Hello everyone. Just a quick sync up today. So welcome to the Open Planning meeting, Evergreen Open Planning meeting. Sorry. So today I just wanted to make a quick sync up, even if there's not a lot of activities these days, but it's going to be improving in the next few weeks normally. So I just wanted to discuss quickly the latest merges into the Evergreen code base, but mainly was updates. So Evergreen has been updated to the latest advisory, so that's one nice thing we discussed in the various talks you probably or possibly attended. But basically, without having to do anything, now Evergreen has been updated on the various instances running out there. So the advisory that was published a few hours earlier is now deployed on the running instances. Um,
Woohoo!
and so that's probably the main thing. The other important thing that was deployed recently, that from for which we are very much interested in feedback, is the one about the latest pipeline, but mainly the bump of workflow support, which is a very important milestone, not for Evergreen per se, but for Java 11 support for Jenkins, because at some point, we are on another initiative in the Jenkins community. We are moving towards general availability for Jenkins running on Java 11, which is now not the case. We are still in what we call the preview mode. And so the 3.0 of the workflow support plugin was a real issue that we had until recently about deeply technical serialization issue in the workflow support dependency that's called JBoss marshalling. So after an update, the pipeline team was finally able to find a way to make this compatible. So now the good thing is that we can deploy that fix right away on, as normal, as usual, and it's going to be deployed onto the even the currently running Java Jenkins running on Java 8, for instance, because it's compatible with Java 8. But the good thing is that then when contrary to the previous state, when you will be running or upgrading to JDK 11, you won't have to do anything with regard to specific support for pipeline plugins, which is really simpler. Because then, so there's a small issue about that, which I'm going to describe pretty quickly because it's interesting for anyone watching, possibly. Given the fact that the JBoss marshalling library, so from a higher level standpoint, means that how the pipeline, Jenkins pipeline framework stores the running pipeline state while running to be able to support and to survive failure and a restart in the middle of the pipeline. That live serialization is not backward compatible. That means that if you upgrade to this version of the workflow support plugin, you just want for a one-shot time um, to make sure you stop or you let your running pipelines finish before you apply that upgrade. But that's the only issue. Then once you've applied it, next times you won't have to do anything special in that regard. I mean, it will work like before. So it's just a one-shot issue that you have to well. Work around or apply, and then it works fine. So that's really great compared to the previous state where we had specific plugin versions only applicable and usable for Jet running on Java 11, and another one that was for Java 8. So that's going to be much simpler for everyone. I think that's mostly it. I'm going to finish, I guess, with quick reminder that there is Java 11 flavor for Evergreen that's available for people interested to provide any kind of feedback. And so it's pretty easy to be usable. So it's going to be Just let me think. You would just use that thing, but using instead of Docker Cloud, it's going to be called Java 11 Docker Cloud. It's the one available under that tag here. So that's the one you would be using, but all the rest of the command is the very same. And then you would be running a Java 11 version of Jenkins. And we are really eager to wait for your feedback to hear for any kind of issue you would encounter running that flavor. That's all I wanted to cover today. So thanks everyone. Hi Tyler. I hope my
Hello.
the sound was going through.
Yeah.
And so anything else you want to discuss or cover before I'm going to stop screen sharing? Yes.
I just wanted to let you know the stuff that I've been working on, just keeping the plugins up to date. I've been sort of doing that in between meetings, and so I think I'll keep doing that um, the foreseeable future. The There was another feature that is still on my to-do list that, as my free time progresses, we'll see what I'm able to do here. Um, but it's a backend change. Right now, we only have a single deployed node instance
Right.
for the Evergreen backend.
I see what you mean.
And then there's a module called Feathers Sync, which would introduce a Redis dependency for the backend, so that we'd have n number of or not Redis, sorry, n number of Evergreen backend instances,
Yeah.
and
Support
then
failover.
yeah. So that's the next thing that I'm interested in working on. Just because with 20 instances, I'm sure we're not seeing any problems right now. But that was a known trade-off that we made in the march to production.
Yeah.
That's next for me to do. I just want to let you know. So
Yeah.
plugin updates and then that one are on my to-do list.
Great. And so, indeed, I was talking. I don't know how at what stage you joined the meeting, but I was explaining at the beginning that we already applied also the upgrade of the security release, the last plugin updates. So that's one nice thing of Evergreen, indeed, that people don't have to worry about being up to date in terms also of not only features but also security. So that's one that already applied to. Yeah.
Yeah, which to me is super cool.
Yeah. So, thanks. And anything else you want to cover before I stop the broadcast, Tyler?
There's one issue that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in the channel. That's related to recent versions of the branch API plugin and the Git plugin. We actually just deployed these plugin upgrades on ci.jenkins.io. So I'm going to see if those are failing. But if this is a real issue that we're seeing in production, then this would also affect Evergreen.
Yep. Okay.
This is just what I'm looking at this morning. So we'll see. We'll see what's up here.
Right. Indeed. We need to probably have a look at that. We have, but that's a nice point. We have automated tests, but I don't think we still have developed a way to run some kind of smoke test pipeline during automated tests, which would be pretty important and pretty critical to do at some point, and rather sooner than later. But yeah, we right now we wouldn't be catching that kind of issues indeed. So that's a waste indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else? Yeah. And so I'm going to stop the broadcast, I think.
Okay.
See you everyone, and see you next week or something. Bye bye.
See you later.